Okay, so some number of years ago, when I was a bit of a wee lad, I had this mildly odd experience. It really wasn't that weird. It's one of those things where it gets like imprinted in your brain, like one of those core memories from what was the movie? I think Inside Out, that Pixar movie, right? And it's not even that weird. You just kind of like remember it every like couple months, and you're like, that was weird. Kind of, I guess. And then you just forget about it again. But then you just like you never really remember it like a couple months later, and it's just like an endless cycle. Again, like it's not even that weird, but the story stuck with me. Maybe it's good for a couple nose exhales or two. So I figured I'd tell my friends about it, get some of those highly sought after nose exhales. And then I remember my friend's stockpile a little low at the moment, so I figured I'd make a YouTube video about it. Yay! Storytime videos, as far as I'm aware, are still in style. I mean, right, guys? Am I wrong? Anyway, so prefacing here the actual event, I'll do a bit of background here so you really get the full picture. So occasionally, I watch some gun-related content on YouTube. I'm a bit of a historical boy. I'm all about my history. If we repeat history, um, we're doomed to not study it or something like that. So one of my favorites is Mr. Gun Jesus. He's a great channel. I do try and avoid the channels that whine a lot about how they should be able to own fully automatic super soakers filled with piss according to the Second Amendment. But, that's neither here nor there. So I'm sure we've all had this experience. There's like those categories on YouTube where if you watch one video ever, or even a related one, it's just like every single suggestion, every fifth video it suggests, every ad is just this obnoxious thing that you don't want to watch. It's like in 2016 and 2017, I'm sure you guys remember those SJW cringe compilation at number 4. And those were like really popular. And if you ever clicked on one, because it was like, oh, I recognize that meme, if you ever clicked on it, all the ads you got, all the suggestions you got, it's just like SJW cringe compilation number 594. And then you'd get like Dennis Prager from PragerU just screaming about urine and feces, just like weird stuff like that. And it's kind of the same with like gun stuff. You'll get guns, like advertisements for them, where it's like, murder libtard children as they sleep, kill 50, and we send you a free pocket knife from China with a back the blue inscription. And Charlie Daniels talking about how he'll personally lead an army of gator wrestlers into Iran, like modern day Davy Crockett. Charlie Daniels is the dude that does Devil Went Down to Georgia, in case you guys didn't know. So, stuff like that. Anyway, so now that we have that out of the way, we can get into what this video is actually about. So, I was watching YouTube. It was late, probably like 3 in the morning, something like that. It was kind of one of those nights where you start out at like 10 or 11 watching something, normal that you watch every day, like, Pokemon Feet compilation number 4. And you're like, yeah, I'll go to bed in an hour. And, then it's suddenly 3 in the morning, and you can now write a doctoral dissertation on why all of humanity's major accomplishments were actually performed by aliens. So, in this particular instance, I was like half a semester off from getting that doctoral degree. My doctoral dissertation was almost done. I was very tired. My eyes were starting to close. I was in like that state of consciousness where you're almost asleep, right? And like maybe this is just me and no one's gonna understand this, but like when you're like almost asleep, like you don't really process what you're seeing. It's more so what you're hearing. You know what I mean? Because your eyes have just decided they're too tired to go on living. So I'm like half asleep. This ad comes on before, I don't know, some video, I don't know what it was. And then all of a sudden, I'm barely paying attention. This man pulls a full length, like at least 2.5 feet. I'm not really sure how long those guns are, but like long schlong dong, you know what I'm saying? He pulls like a long shotgun from out of his pants, just the pant leg. And then like I'm like, wait, what? And I like wake up because I'm like, did that just happen, or is this a fever dream? What's going on? So then I watched the rest of the ad, hoping that that like magic trick on the level of Houdini or the Remarkable Rowley will make you know a new appearance, so I can examine it again. But then it doesn't show up again in the whole like 3 minute ad. Speaking of that, that's why YouTube needs a rewind feature for ads, so I can watch stuff like that again if my mind is just blown. Also, so I can rewatch those sexy chat with girls ads that my mommy says will corrupt my brain. I think the ad I'm talking about here was like, it was for some kind of like gun holster, but it was a special one that wasn't like stiff, so you could tuck it down your pant leg. It kind of just looked like a potato sack they shoved down their pant leg. Again, I don't really know much about holsters, so maybe that's like the next big thing. Anyway, that's basically the story. I watched a guy pull a shotgun out of his pants, and I've been wondering ever since if it was like real or some sort of lucid dream thing, or maybe it was like those Instagram ads where it's like, I paid Instagram to show you a picture of a scope on a burrito. Anyway, so yeah, thank you for spending this time with me, guys. I'll refrain from making another domestic abuse joke about liking and subscribing, but I will let you know you should subscribe to my channel because 100% of people who watch my channel are actually subscribed. So, I mean, I feel like that kind of says something about the quality of my content. Now, I am my only subscriber and the only viewer of my videos, but I mean, the statistic still holds true. Statistics don't discriminate. If anyone, though, that isn't me stumbles on this video, let me know if you guys have any video ideas down below, if you like this video, or if you think I could do better with a mustache. Now, in this script for this video that I wrote like a month ago, I don't really know why, but I put the German like saying for goodbye here, and I don't speak German, so I had to re-Google translate it to figure out what it said. I don't really know why it's there, how to pronounce it, or what I thought the joke was gonna be. But anyway, goodbye guys.